arriving the divers in the 10 meters platform finals during the SEA Games 2023 Cambodia. From Thailand, Trinapas Santibut. From Thailand, Adipot Kopeng Chang. From Malaysia, Bernard Rodic Lises. I think he's a half Malaysian. From Singapore, Max Lee Shen On. From Malaysia, Enrique Macartney Harold. From the Philippines, Joseph Mendoza Reynado. From Vietnam, Tu Dang Huang. From Vietnam, Dean Antoine. We now have here the first diver from Thailand, Trinapas Santibut, with difficulty of 2.8. He will do the reverse somersaults. His entry. That's a good flight tuck. Oh, all right. He have a very bad entry there. A lot of splashing. I think also in the water. He has a bad landing there. That must be a very low score in the executions. His flight is beautiful. It's just the entry. We cannot see the hands. Total score is 26.6 in his first dive. Next to dive is from Thailand, Aditep Kup Pyok Lang, difficulty of 2.8. Going to do of the flight. Good approach. Tuck. The entry also is having a lot of splash. It's a good dive, but the entry is having an issue in his entry due to the lots of splash, and he will have a deductions or low score in his executions here. The artistry, there's a lot of water splash there. Maybe some issue in his grab position. 39.2 for Aditep. From Malaysia, Bernard Rodicli says he will do the forward somersaults in his flight. Pike position, forward pike position, very great. There is a very minimal splash of the water, and it will add to his good execution scores. The water is very minimal, and this can be a good contender for World Championship and Olympics in 2024. We might see him in podium. This execution is a podium medal if for his first dive of Lises. Max of Singapore. Max approach, forward pike, and also the entry is great, very minimal splash. But the splash of Malaysia Lises is more beautiful and it's very more minimal. It's just the pike. I think the pike needs to be more straight to avoid or to minimize those splashes. He got 63.0 in his first round. Malaysia Enrique, Macartney Harold, he will do the forward somersaults. With approach and the flight is good. Forward. Wow, that's very minimal splash. And that will have a good scores in his executions. We will expect a high score for Max here from Malaysia. Malaysia's having a great divers, very promising for Olympics. .78 is his score. No wonder because of the very minimal splash. We have from the Philippines, Joseph Mendoza Reynado. He will do a 3.5 forward somersaults. 3.5. This approach. Great hike, but there is a very, the entry is, I can say, is not that good in compared to the Malaysia and the other two Malaysian and Singapore. Harold got a lot of splashes there. You can minimize those splashes in the future to be in the podium. To work on. He got 55 score here. 55.5. We now have here Vietnam, Tutang Huang. He will do a 1.5 reverse in his flight. Alright. Minimal difficulty. It's good. The splash is evident. There's lots of splashes there. We'll have a low score here. 34.65. And the next to perform is from Vietnam, Dean Ang Tuan. He will do a 1.5 somersaults with 1.5 twist here. This will be a free. That's a good dive with a minimal splashes. Slow motion, this free flight is good. Vietnam 47.5, the scores that he got. So the first round we have we have Malaysia, the top 1, and top 2 for Singapore, top 3 for the Philippines. I know, top 3 for Malaysia, Philippines not included. We now have here Thailand for his second dive. They will have to do a 6th dive here. That is a good one. Reverse, that is a good reverse. The tack is good. But the entry is still having a lot of issues during his entry. That's why he scored his 32.0. Same as his first dive. That's his splashes. He will do here from Thailand, Aditep, inward 2.5 somersaults. And his flight. That is a good one. But there are splashes also, very evident. It may affect his execution scores here. Artistry will be low. The pike is crude. It's just the entry. Needs to work on. Got 37.8 here. Total score in the second dive. We have here from Malaysia, Lisis. He has a very good first dive. Very minimal. Splashes. Let's wait for his second dive. It's a great tuck. Whoa. Very minimal splashes. He can be in the podium in the World Championship here and Olympics with that kind of executions. The entry was precise. Got 76.8 here. 76.8 his score. We now have from Singapore, Max Lee Shen on. Inward 3.5 somersaults. His flight. His inward duck is good, but a very evident amount of splashes. We will expect lots of deductions here. Great job for Singapore. That is his coach showing to him the video of his performance, discussing maybe how to strategize for his third dive. He got 54.4 here. He has to minimize those splashes. And next we have from Malaysia, Harold, Enrique Macartney. He will do the inward 3.5 somersaults. Great tuck. Very beautiful entry, very minimal splashes. It is very excellent, enormously excellent. Surely when you have a good training, you will have a good results. Great tuck. We're just very minimal splashes. It's waiting for his score. 86.4. His total score. And now we have from the Philippines, Joseph Mendoza Reynaldo. He will do an inward 3.5 somersaults. Very young man from the Philippines. Tuck. Great entry, but there are very evident splashes of the water that may affect his score in his executions. Great job for the man of the Philippines. It's a good tuck in the entry. Lots of splashes, that's why he scored his 54.4. But overall, he entered in the water very good. This is from the man from Vietnam. That is a very good dive, very minimal splashes in his second dive. He will have a good score here. He has a good entry here. 57.35. Huang. Again, from Vietnam, we have Tuan. Huang improved in his score. 47.5, the last score of Tuan from Vietnam. That's a good entry. Very, let us say, minimal splashes of water. He will have a good score here. The entry is there, but there are splashes also. That's why he has scored here 54.25 in comparison to the splashes of Harold of Malaysia. For the second dive, top one was still Harold. Now we have from Thailand, Santiput. Oh, he improved in his entry. He minimizes his splashes. The That's a great improvement. That is a good forward pike. But the water, upon his entry, he minimizes those deductions. The splashing of the water. Great job for Thailand. .5 is his score here because he minimizes his splashes. Second from Thailand again. He will do a forward 3.5 somersaults. Aditep. Good approach. Great pike. Oh, he has a bad entry there. But it's still acceptable. But it is very evident in the splashing of the water. The pike is good. Forward pike. .42, he improved in his score because he minimizes the splashing of the water. Next from Malaysia, Lee says he will do a arm stand back triple somersault. The leading in this 10-meter platform dive. Just a little more push, and this he can be for the Tokyo 2020. He is a potential podium medalist. Awesome. Oh, it's just having some issue in the entry. The splashing of water has added one, or there are uneven splashing of waters. The tack was great. Here we go to splashing of waters. He has to minimize his 54.45. His score here. We have the man from Singapore, Max, 3.5 back somersaults. He will do it here for the round 3. Attack is good. Entry is good. The splashing of water is medium. There are medium splashing of water, and you can have maybe a justifiable score here. .4 is his score here. He improved from his second dive. We have Enrique of Malaysia. He will do 2.5 back somersaults with 1.5 twist, combination or free dive. That is a good entry. minimizes the splashing of water. We'd be expecting a high scores here. Maybe not that high in comparison to his first and second dive. It's a good combination or free flight. The entry having a evident amount of water, that is 76.8. Enrique, Macartney, Harold, I think he is mixed. We have here from the Philippines, Joseph Mendoza. He will do back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist, or free. He improved in his entry because of the minimal splashing of water. He will have a good score here. Great entry for Joseph. He got 65.6 scores here. Because he minimizes the water splashing during his entry. We now have here from Vietnam, Huang. He will do a back 2.5 somersaults. Great tuck. Oh, that's a beautiful dive. Very minimal splashing of waters. Great job, Huang of Vietnam. We'd be expecting a great scores here. .57 is his score in comparison to his 34.65 first score. Second score was 53.75. Great score for 57. We now have here from Vietnam also, Tuan. He will do a 2.5 back somersaults. It's a great tuck. Oh, his entry is bad. There might be a lot of deductions because of the splashing of waters, and really it's not a good entry. Maybe have some issue during his entry. Maybe his feet touches the water. His coach is a little bit that's why he got here 33. I think his legs touches and the water during his entry. Now we have the Thailand for the fourth dive. Starting for the fourth dive, 2.5 back somersault twist. He will have a combination or free. Oh, that's beautiful, but again, some issue of the splashings of water, but still it is good, knowing that he is representing his country. He's a good diver. Maybe to straighten more the body during his flight. Some issue here in his legs. He got here 48 score. The free has a good score. It has a high level of difficulty. We now have here Aditep arm stand double somersault. well-controlled approach. Yun, that is a beautiful entry. Perfectly divine. Very minimal splashing of water. We would be expecting here a good score for Aditep. So he got here 44.4. This is a good improvement from his first score to the fourth score. Now we have here from Malaysia, Lysis, the highest score he will do here, back 3.5 somersaults. Tuck. Oh, there's an issue during his entry. His legs touches the water. He got an issue in the entry here. His body should enter more fully in the water. We have a low score here. Let's have a look at his entry. His flight is amazingly divine. It's just the entry. He got 61.05 score here. We now have here Max On of Singapore, 3.5 reverse somersault he will do for his fourth dive. Great tuck. Oh, great job for his entry, but still splashing of water. He got 63 in the first score, 54.4 in the second, 59.4 in the third scores. So for the third dive, waiting for his scores in the fourth dive. The tuck is divine. The entry is perfect, just a splashing of water. And he got 61.2 scores here. We now have here from Malaysia, Enrique Harold. He will do a reverse 2.5 somersaults with 2.8 difficulty. That's skills. 86.4 is his highest score in the second dive. Great dive in the fourth dive. Very minimal splashing of waters. He might be the gold here. Great job, Harold. His tuck and entry is divinely beautiful. Very well controlled straight legs. Those are well pointed. 71.4 is his score in the fourth dive. Got 78, 86.4, 76.8, and 71.4. Now we have from the Philippines, get 55.5, 54.4, 65.6. Joseph Reynaldo, he will do a back 2.5 somersaults. What kind of somersaults he will do, we'll be seeing it. High 2.5. That's a great entry for the Philippines. Very minimal splashing of waters. a more good practice, consistency, then he will be a good contender for the World Championship and Olympics. The pike is divine. The entry is just some bending in the legs. But if he can make it more straight, then to minimize the splashing, he gets 66.7 here. A good improvement compared to the first and second dive. We now have here from Vietnam, Hoang. He got 34.65 in the first dive. He will do a 1.5 somersaults, 1/2 twist, or free. He'll do a back free combination somersaults. 34.65 is his first dive, 53.75 second dive, and 57 the third dive. That's a good combination, but we are not sure of the waters. How's the splashing? Not happy from the coach. It might be a disappointment from that if you see your coach being not happy. Oh, there was a minimal splashing of waters during the entry. He did it well. It's a good dive. Waiting for his score. 46.25 is his score here. Great job for Huang. And the last one to dive in the fourth dive from Vietnam, Tuan. Reverse 2.5 somersaults. He will have to execute it during his flight. The flight. Beautiful approach. Oh, the entry, having a big issue in the entry. For me as an athlete, how can I be, have this kind of motivation if you see your coach not motivating me? The face is very sad. It may affect my fifth dive if I will see my coach like that. It should be encouraging. Not like that. See? The reaction of the athlete would be affected, his emotion, his performance would be affected in the fifth dive because his coach is, the way he approaches team may not be helpful in their mental status, their emotions. Their performance will be affected. That's why he got here 18.6 because of that big amount of splash. Now for the fifth dive, the first to dive in our fifth dive from Thailand. One more dive to go and we will have the podium. First to dive, he got a lot of issues in his splashing. Arm stand, double somersault, he will do it. 26.6, 32.0, 53.5, and 48 was his score consecutively. Let's see, that's his coach. Right. That is a good entry. He minimizes the splashing of water. You will have a good entry, then you will have a minimal splashing of waters. Great flight. It's just during the entry there was a bending of the legs that causes him to have a good splashing. That's why he got here 39.6. That is from the Philippines. The second man from Thailand to do his 5th dive, Aditep, with he will do the 2.5 somersaults. What kind of somersaults he will do? Let's see it. Tuck. Oh, still a bad entry. Look at that coach. Even his athletes are having some issues in the entry, splashing of water. He still smiles because it will help the athlete to do more. Because imagine they still have a next dive, and it's encouraging. It's encouraging. The athlete can have a good emotions. It may help in the next. It will encourage the athlete, not like the Vietnam coach approaching her team with a bad face. Maybe detrimental to the emotions of the athlete. He got here 43.5 scores. I wish to have a coach like the coach of Thailand. Now we have Malaysia DCs. He will do a reverse 3.5 somersaults. 76.8 his second dive, 54.45 the third dive, and 61.005 the fourth dive. Great build body of DCs. I think this is mixed Malaysian. A reverse tuck, and during the entry there was some issues again. Splashing of waters. Will have a minimal scores here, not too much high scores, but he's a very promising. The tuck was beautiful. It's divine. The entry. It's just we cannot see the legs. Just why he got here 51. I think this is his lowest score in this dive. Still leading, we have Harold of Malaysia. We have Singapore, Max Lee Shen On. 63 his first dive, 54.4 the second dive, 59.4 the third dive, 61.2 the fourth dive. That's a good handstand. Oh, it's a good dive, but still during the entry get some issue there, but he's doing well. Very young, he can improve more. He got 49.6 score here. That is his lowest score in this dive because of those a lot of splashing of the waters. His coach says explain to him what happened. We now have here Harold of Malaysia, the leading in the gold medal position, 3.5 back somersaults. He will do it during his flight. 3.5 has a good amount of difficulties. You just can see in his body that his muscles are well developed. That is an advantage for you to have a good amount of difficulties. Whoa, that's amazing. His tuck is divinely beautiful. Evidently divine his entry. Very minimal amount of water. He can be a podium on Olympics, this Paris 2024. We'll be watching on him, Harold. We are expecting a high scores here for Harold. 77.55, his 5th dive. So difficulty 3.3. Well, he is more older than his predecessors here. From the Philippines, Joseph Mendoza, he will do a reverse 1.5 somersaults, difficulty of 2.1. So he is fighting here to have a good executions. Oh, still it's a good dive. Oh, it takes time for him to go up. I hope he is fine. Yeah, he is fine. There were some issues in his splashing of the waters. Yeah, the legs are bended, not bended, but arcing. You can say that there was an arcing. 31.5 his score, his lowest score in these 5 dives. There was an arcing in his legs during the flight. And entry. We have Vietnam, Huang. He will do a arm handstand back double somersault for his flight. Well controlled handstand. Oh, splashing waters. We may expect some in the poker face of the coach. That is a good entry, but splashing of water is evident. We may expect here low score, not that high score. 34.65 his lowest score. That's first dive. 39 the score of Harold. Evident amount of splashing of waters. Got some bended. From Vietnam, Tuan. Arm stand double back somersault. His lowest score is in the 3rd pike. Actually in the 4th pike, 18.6. Hope he will minimize his splashing of water. Let's watch in his 5th dive. Alright, he improved his 5th dive. That is a good entry. I think his coach is a little bit pressured. She should have to emulate what the Thai coaches are doing to his gymnast. Oh, what happened to him? He chooses not to show up to his coach. We now have here Thailand for the 6th dive. This is the final dive of the divers. The final dive in this competition. He got here 42.9 for Singapore. It's a good score because he minimizes his splashes of the water, splashing of the water. From Thailand, they should just be happy and smiling, not to pressure their athletes. 2.5 somersaults back. That's what he is going to do in his flight. .5 is his highest score with the lowest score of 32. Or 26.6 the lowest score. That's a good dive, but the entry again there's some issue. Still trying their best to minimize the water. He's a happy coach. They're fortunate to have a happy coach. The entry there, the entry. There was an issue in the entry. There was a separation of the legs. It will cost and deduction for his executions. In the entry also, there was a bending of the legs. It will cost deductions for the executions. You get 40.5 scores here. Great job. 40 Napas of Thailand. Second is from Thailand again. His sixth dive, 2.5 backward somersault with 0.5 twist. He will do a free. His lowest score was 37.8 in the second dive, and highest dive is 44.4. Let's watch his sixth dive here. It's a beautiful pike. The entry is good. He minimizes his splashes. See, to have a coach like this, very encouraging in your competitions. It will boost your morale when there are some issues in your executions. Thai is a promising divers. They are promising divers. Just improve more practice. He got here 50.7, his highest scores for the 6 dives. Congratulations, Thailand, although they will not be in the podium here. We now have here from Malaysia, Lysis. He will do a back free combinations. Free somersaults back. That's a great entry. Minimizes with minimal splashing of waters. We are going to expect high score here for this is for his 6th dive, and he really did well here. Just have some issue with the leg separations in his pike upon entry, and it will cost him deductions. 67.2 his scores in the 6th dive. His lowest score was 54.45. The highest score is 76.8. Now have here Max Lee Cheon from the Singapore. He will do a back free dive. Whoa! That is a great entry. Very minimal splashing of waters. Great job, 75.2 his total score in the 6th dive. We now have here from Malaysia, Enrique Harold running for gold, armstand back, triple somersault. That is what he's going to do for the flight. Harold has a great score. His highest score was 86.4. The lowest score that he got is 71.4 during the 4th dive. Oh, this must be very unfortunate during his entry. But Harold He did it well. We may be expecting a low score in the 6th dive, but still this can be a podium because he has a high scores and great execution in the first 5 dives. Great job, Harold. Great job, and you did it well. Maybe he felt fatigue already because of the 6th dive, but he is being congratulated because we believe that he is already, the announcement is just waiting. 52.8 his total score in the 6th dive, so he got 78.0 for his first dive, 86.4 second dive, 76.8 third. We now have Philippines, Joseph Mendoza Reynaldo will do a arm handstand back double somersault. His lowest score was 31.5 and the highest score is 66.7. It's a great handstand for the approach. The entry is good, but there is an issue in the bending of the legs during the entry that causes the water to splash. Not bending, it's actually an arcing. There was an arc. The legs is a little bit arced. You get here 36.45. The executions are a little bit low. He can improve more. We believe that he will improve. We have here from Vietnam, Tu Dang Pong. He will do a forward 3.5 somersaults. His lowest score was 34.65 in the first dive, and the highest is 57. That is a good approach. Oh, that is a great entry, and he minimizes the splashing of the waters. That is a great job from the man of Vietnam, Huang. That's a good pike. He got here 55.5 score in the 6th dive, and congratulations, Huang of Vietnam. We have Tuan of Vietnam, Dean Antoine, forward 3.5 somersaults. It's a good approach, and the entry is a little bit some problematic there, but not that high problematic. It's just some splashing of the waters and some arcing during the entry. Great job for Tuan. He got 45 scores here. His lowest score was 18, the highest is 54.25. We believe that he will going to improve more in the coming days and years to come. Congratulations to the classified results of this 10 meters platform is gold medal for Malaysia, 442.95 total score. Second for Malaysia, silver medal for Bernard Rodic Lisis, 384 score, and bronze medal position for Singapore Max Lee Shen On, 362.2. The Philippines is in fourth position. Joseph Mendoza Reynaldo, 310.15. Congratulations to all of you, especially to Enrique. Harold, 442.95. He is a promising diver and he can be in the podium in the coming Olympics and World Championship for this. We now have here the medal ceremony for the 10 meters platform dive in the SEA Games 2023 Cambodia. We have Harold of Malaysia in the gold position and silver position for Lisis of Malaysia. Malaysia is having a good divers. And also we have Singapore Singapore for the bronze position here. Vietnam they are actually dive it originated from gymnastics in 1904, and all of the skills in dive came from gymnastics, the pike, the tuck, the twisting, and it really improves. The bronze medal from Singapore. Max Lee Shen On. Congratulations, Singapore. And now, awarding the silver medal position for Malaysia, Lisis. He has a good scores here. He has a very minimal splashing of waters. And we have now awarding for the gold medal positions from Malaysia, Enrique, Macartney, Harold. I think he is a mixed Malaysian. Congratulations, Malaysia, for your gold medal in the 10 meters platform, 10 meters men's platform diving competitions. And we will be hearing the national anthem of Malaysia. That is the parents of Harold. He got a Malaysian mother and a Western father. Malaysia is a good place really to settle. Malaysia is a great place. The national anthem of Malaysia. That is the national anthem of Malaysia, and thank you very much for watching this video. We hope that our divers in Southeast Asia can represent the Southeast Asia in the World Championship and be in the podium, and also for the Olympics. Really, Harold of Malaysia is enlisted as promising divers, and we are really expectant for them, and they are really good divers. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel. Thank you.